Morning, Kath.
Good morning. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Okay. It's so interesting we get to see everybody's houses now.
I know. I know.
I've
Usually my garage, but in the house for stretching.
been on a bunch of Zoom calls for work and through nonprofits and things like that. And it's like, hey, you get to see what everybody's houses look like and how they really dress on weekends. And
in the comfort of your own home.
It is. I remember week 1 and 2, I was super nosy. I'm like looking at the back corners of people's screens like, what's that?
What do you have?
Oh boy, what time do both girls get up, Stace?
Too early.
Too early.
Yeah, like 5:15. Yeah. Peter. Be nice.
I know, right? We're pretty lucky right now. We're about to break that trend, but I usually sleep until 8 or 8:30. So.
Yeah, I'm like, I need to figure out why my children don't sleep.
I mean, you usually get them up for school at like what
Yeah.
time? So they're probably.
Yeah, but I haven't done that since
2 months.
March.
blackout shades.
What?
We have a double layer blackout shade, yeah, because it's getting
Yeah,
so.
no, they both have blackout shades. It's dark in their rooms. They're still up.
Yeah, we're the anomaly. I think you guys are more like normal kids wake up at like normal times. We like, I don't know how we're lucky right now, at least.
And they're in the same room, right?
Yeah.
That's so lucky.
Yeah.
I can help you out, Stace. I know how to do it.
You do? Okay, you take them for a few weeks and you train them for me.
No. I'll just tell you how to do it.
Oh.
How come you always look like you're freezing?
His house is like probably colder than the outside right now.
It is cold inside, right? It's funny you say that. Yeah, it's cold.
Because there's been some mornings that we've had workouts and you're like in your hat and gloves and whatever. And I'm in my house and I'm like, it's like 75, like 71 degrees a few times in here.
It's Pete doesn't like the heat.
The one on the left.
He doesn't like to pay for the heat.
Ask Nick what he thinks. Which cat?
Which cat? Oh yeah, zoom in. Ooh, I think left.
That's what I thought.
The one with more white?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cute marking. The black cat, man, you won't know where that thing is in the house, and you're gonna kick it when you walk by.
Where are you getting it from?
Craigslist.
Are they both boys?
Yeah, you want one?
You want
Nope.
the other one?
Nope.
What happened in the first? Didn't you have a cat lined up, or did you never get the email?
Yeah, it's a sore subject.
Hmm.
Uh,
Mad about it.
Tell her we're not paying $450.
Did they deem you unfit for cat parents? I'm just kidding.
No, they just go so quickly. So if you're not really quick about responding, then people don't answer you because it's already sold.
Yeah.
Are they local, Pete?
Where are they?
Um,
We don't even know. We don't
No.
even.
let me look.
Jesse just sees the cats, buy the cats.
I have 10 adorable purebred tuxedo kittens, all 9 weeks old, very friendly and loving, love to cuddle and be loved, looking to rehome them in forever homes. Rehoming fee applies. Fall River.
Fall River.
Oh.
Where's that?
Little
The
sketchy.
ocean.
All right. It's that time not to cut off the Fall River cat adoption. Sorry. Let's get everyone moving and grooving. I
Well,
want to hear
Tiff's not here, no?
Who's that?
Where's Tiff?
John, great to see you. Tiffany, the kids were fussing, as I was mentioning.
Hold your little bag.
All right, so good morning, John. Hey, everybody. I don't know if I've seen you on mobility before, man. Welcome. So it's casual Sunday here. So we're going to get going with, I still do circle warm up just to kind of get the blood flowing. And then I feel like Ashley's line is having a hard time signing on. I've seen her sign on and off twice. And then we're going to go through some stretches, just static stretching today. I have a nice checklist. We're going to take care of our upper body first. I feel like that usually gets pushed to the wayside here. So give yourself a little bit of room. Circle warm up. So again, just the easy stretches of circle warm up, nothing too crazy here. So what we're gonna do is just 5 forward arm circles, and don't mind me pulling up my phone. I'm just pulling up my list of workouts for the day. So go a little warm up here, just like 3 or 4 minutes, nothing crazy. And then 5 backwards arm circles. So 5 backwards arm circles. And then with that, 5 back slappers, arm over arm. Hope we're having a great weekend. Cassie and Ashley, will you get your internet connection together? I'm just kidding. And then up and down with the arms. All right, just kind of loosening things up. And then some torso twists. Just kind of pop the spine. I like can't start a workout. Even when Pete does like cool creative different workouts, I'm like sneaking in my circle warm up torso trunks while he's talking about the workout. They're demoing it. All right, and then hip circles. Nothing against him, his workouts. Warms are way more creative than mine. It's just like a tick of mine now. And then other direction with those cool hips. Again, just a little bit to get us going. And then hands to the sky, and then hands to the floor 5 times. Just kind of alternate and repeat. There we go. All better. My phone won't shut off now. One more reach. And then we'll do some lateral lunges, just kind of shallow here. So again, flying solo. I had a great weekend so far. Kind of celebrating Maddie's birthday pretty much the entire last half of the week. Yesterday was a big bang with the Lancaster Fire Department and lots of you all there for a parade that we were so honored that we're there for. A little mobility squat. This will be our last one. Then we'll get into some fun stuff here. So just settle in for about 30 seconds. See how the body feels. See if the calves are sore from yesterday's runs and power cleans. Lean to the left, lean to the right. All right. She is here. She's not sure if she's coming. So what I like to do is a little posterior chain mobility test. So we're gonna have our feet touching. We're gonna have our hands on our thighs. And we're gonna try to just see how far we can reach. So my feet are touching, hands on my thighs. Sorry, I'm wearing all gray today. Classic fashion fupa. All right, and just see how far you can reach. Okay, so keeping your knees totally locked out. Can you get to your knees, your shins, your ankles, your toes, the floor, palms to the floor? All right, how far you can get in, just measure. Like I dig a fingernail into that part of my shin so I kind of know how far I quantify. Feeling a little tighter for some reason. And then the way we're gonna start, like I said, sometimes the upper body doesn't get the same love that it does before, so we're just gonna start there. So simple stretches, we're gonna go forearms, shoulders, hips, and kind of end it with calves. So just give me a light little forearm stretch here. So grab your thumb and your fingers and pull that elbow through, okay? Even personally, by me using the dumbbells a lot more, developed a little bit of a forearm strain going on. So trying to work my way through that, using the barbell more, but I'm lucky enough to have that option to use the barbell. So I know some of us are probably dealing with using those dumbbells a little bit too much. All right, and just some static stretches today, nothing fancy, no crazy techniques, just kind of hitting all the corners. And anyone with elbow or shoulder issues, hopefully this will be a little bit of a helpful routine. Then go fingertips down. I want you to push on those knuckles, all right, instead of pulling on the fingers, and just try to, again, you can press that elbow straight, change the angle depending on where I hold this. It's gonna affect it a little differently. Already hot, I don't need the heater. How you doing, Tef?
Can you turn that to me because I'm cold?
You're cold?
It's fine.
You wanna switch sides?
It's fine.
Tiffany's cold. All right, and then we're gonna repeat these on the other side. So again, thumb and fingers, push that elbow through. Nice little rotation. I should probably have my timer going here. Ignore the beep as we go. Awesome turnout. Super impressed you guys are starting to join Tiffany and I on Sunday morning. Again, ignore that timer. How funny is that?
Is that Maya?
It must be, no, because Cassie's down there. Maybe Stacy's girls. And then go fingertips down, grab those arms. So again, just working, sometimes we kind of forget about these, or we never have time to stretch them, or we never take the time to stretch them. So a great little de-stressor, those of us who work in a laptop or an office. Or right, those elbows, those carpal tunnel.
That's Maya.
It is. Silly. Oh, she's got 2 logins. So
Mine is
fancy.
her own.
That's right. All right. And then from here, so this one, let's see how fancy we can get. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your palms in this position. You're then going to flip them over. All right, so that one is over, right? So my hands are twisted, and we are just going to try to pull our elbows as straight as we can and then back through, okay? So again, as straight as you can. I can't get completely straight, trying to keep my palms glued together, but this is a great wrist stretcher here. Okay, can you figure out the grip and try to get those elbows through? Stacy's, is that Stacy's? Like, what the heck? Try to get those arms straighter each time you do this. All right, and the trick is nothing. Just how's our shoulders, how's our forearm flexibility. The trick is letting go and letting your hands come through, but can you get them straight? I used to be able to get them straighter than I can now. All right, and then from here, you have to change that grip up. So you can go back to your prayer position, flip those hands over, and then hopefully the other arm is on top now. All right, hopefully you got that. If you're like, Nick, what the what? Don't worry, this stretch will be over with in just a minute. But again, just about 5 to 8 of these. And I just made them up called figure eight pass. Made up the name, not the stretch. But so elbows through, and you get just hitting some different corners. Our wrists have lots of articulation in them. And then almost done with one more pass through here. And then we're gonna go to our knees. So we're gonna go to our knees. We're gonna go to that same forearm stretch that I love so much. So on our knees, all right, pinkies touching. So again, I'm gonna take my hands, pinkies touching. Good news is I think that's all the time we're standing in class. And then we're just gonna settle back. So 2 ways to do this stretch: kneeling back, kind of keeping my elbows straight is one option, and then actually bending my elbows. You should feel a little bit greater of a stretch relative to the person, okay? So your call. If the arms need to stay straight, keep those shoulders back and down. It's also a little bit of a shoulder stretch here. Just kind of settle in. Awesome job with the clock, Nick. I can barely see it. All right, so settle in, lean back a little bit more. You gotta hold that tension, stay consistent. All right, you can lean to the left if you want to. You can lean to the right, just like we do the mobility squat here. And just some exhales. And again, change the angles. This stretch can be done pretty much any time of day. Oh, I love this one so much. I just felt that second gear where it just releases a little bit more. Again, our muscles tend to relax. I was just doing more research on that. I used to say 45 seconds. Apparently the research is now saying 30 seconds. So if you're holding a stretch for 30 seconds, you get a lot out of it. And then turn those palms up, fingertips still facing into yourself. So again, my hands are like this. My fingertips are in. Press those wrist bones down to the ground as if somebody's just gonna, I was gonna say chop your hand off, but that's a little crude.
Did you learn that in your yoga studies?
Yeah, I did. So 30, that's why a lot of yoga stretches are you're holding for 10 to 30 seconds. All right, so fun fact of it's like yoga's onto something.
Nick's gonna become a yogi.
Yeah, I'm gonna get all. Not really. What's funny about the yoga class that I'm taking here is another one. We're just going to do it kneeling. You can do it sitting up or sitting on your ankles if you want a little bit of a quad stretch. Just a tricep stretch. So kind of working our way up the arm from the forearms to the triceps. So lift that chin up high. Is the yoga course I'm taking is a very scientific based, and it's like none of that riff-raff spiritual stuff going on. It's like, here's the science, here's why, and here's the background. And actually the history of yoga has kind of a bad rap to it. If you follow it through like the 1940s, 50s, and 60s, it was kind of like almost like a scam. A few people got in trouble for charging Hollywood actors like high prices for not nice stuff. But then it made its way, and then science kind of caught up to it and be like, oh, there is something to it. So, and here we are, millions of Americans practicing yoga every day. Not me yet, but studying the scientific benefits of it. I just like this instructor's delivery of here's the hard facts and science of it. I did switch sides, by the way. I didn't tell anyone.
I think you did.
Did I?
I thought you did.
I hope I did. If not, definitely switch sides. Maya's feet are so busy in those polka dot pants.
The patience to be able to like practice yoga every day.
Yeah. You know Addie Howard?
Yeah.
She said she started doing it at the end of the day to kind of deregulate from work. 10 minutes of yoga a day. 10 minutes of yoga. I'm like, that's really, really good.
Yeah.
So from here, we're going to go to child pose. So just kind of release our lower back. Never wrong with this one. So hands in the top corner of the yoga mat. Sit back, right? Pretend that your hands are glued to the floor and sit back even more. And then when you get in position, like a spider, crawl your hands forward, your fingertips forward a little bit more, creating a little bit more length. You can let that head rest on the mat. I'm just staying up, so hopefully you can hear me a little bit better. With all my mic skills these days. All right, and then crawl your right arm over to put it on top of your left arm, and then I want you to sit back over your right hip. So again, my regular child pose, both hands on the mat. I'm gonna take my right arm, put it on my left, and then lean to my right side. Should feel a little lat stretch going down the blade there. And I'm shifting to my right side, like I'm kind of pulling back to the right, or towards my right butt cheek, I guess. I'm trying to create some length down that lat. I feel that, hopefully you do too. Maybe it's a different category, alligator arms or people with normal length arms. And then we're gonna go to the other side. So child pose, put your hands back to the center, then take your left arm, place it on the right corner of your mat on top of your right arm, and then lean that arm to the ground, and then sit back over that left butt cheek, creating a little bit of length.
Have you noticed you've gotten much better cueing rights and lefts since we've gone virtual? Like in how you have to speak. Like you just have to talk about it so much more, I feel like. Then
I've always been strong with my lefts and rights.
okay. See you, dude.
Maybe it's just genetic, maybe it's just Maybelline. All right, and then we're gonna thread the needle. So back to the center here, and now we're gonna take up my left arm, I'm gonna reach it through my right armpit. I'm gonna sit down, all right, and I want you to look up to the sky. The more you look up to the sky under my right armpit, the more I'm gonna feel that upper back rotate, those shoulder blades peeling apart, all right, and I'm really trying to look up towards that light bulb above me. So quiet, I can hear the clock ticking in seconds. Switch on the other side. So back to child pose, take my right arm, thread the needle as Pistol Pete says, and then I want us to really reach that right arm through, look up through my left armpit.
See, there's all the wiffle balls.
Look to the sky, huh?
All the wiffle balls. I see them.
Yeah.
I see like the thought.
All right, and then we're gonna bring it down on our bellies, okay? So if you can see Tiffany, I hope you guys can see the floor, okay? I might even go a little lower. We're gonna put, I'm gonna lay on my stomach with my left arm out at 90 degrees, and then I'm gonna open up and I'm gonna do a scorpion stretch. So just, I'm gonna kind of talk Tiffany through it so if you can watch her, and I'll make sure everyone's set up. So her left arm is gonna be at 90 degrees, elbow a little bit higher. All right, then she's gonna take her right leg and step it over, all right, and she's gonna pretty much try to look to the sky, all right? So she's gonna open up that shoulder, that pec arm. Do you feel that stretch there? Okay, so this is like a wall stretch that we usually do, but we're doing it towards that left arm. All right, so again, scorpion stretch. So my left elbow is on the ground, pressing in. My right leg is stepping up and over, and I'm just feeling those pec muscles just pull apart, stretch out like warm taffy. I can even try to draw my shoulder blade back and down to that left arm. And kudos to us, we're still doing upper body. And then we're gonna slowly come out of that. We're gonna repeat this on the other side, okay? And always my goal of stretching is some stretches are gonna be a hit or miss. So right arm at 90 degrees, all right? I'm gonna take my left leg, I'm gonna step it up over my body. I'm gonna try to, I can even use my left arm to push into the floor to open up a little bit more here. Some stretches are a hit, some are a miss, like that figure 8 stretch, that forearm stretch. All right, so that is gonna do it for the upper body, slowly coming up out of that. Now we're just gonna be sitting on our bum. Okay, so we're gonna go through some classic hip stretches, but hopefully our upper body feels a little bit better. We covered the front, the back, the sides, and the forearms. So sitting on our bum, we'll go for our kind of old school gym class hamstring stretch here. So I want my left leg out straight. I'm gonna have a nice upright torso. I'm gonna tuck my right leg in and try to drop that knee to the ground. I'm gonna flex my quad. I'm gonna square up my chest. I'm gonna try to reach towards my knee or my ankle, however far I can get. We're just gonna slowly grow forward. So we are gonna hold this one for a full minute here, full minute. So the upper body stretches, I tend to go more towards 30, 40 seconds. So just try to lean forward more. Your call whether you want to point your toe like a dancer or flex your toe. When you flex your toe towards your shin, you get a little more length down your back of your foot and your ankle. Makes the hamstring stretch feel a little tighter a little earlier. So your call on that preference. Crawl forward a little more if you just feel that or felt that second gear. Again, so I call it second gear. If anyone's never heard me mention this before, our muscles have a protective mechanism and that holds on. Our body's afraid that it's going to get injured for the first 10 to 30 seconds of being stretched. And then after that, we release a little bit more. And then that's where we kind of get into new flexibility, new territory. So just kind of be aware of that, feel that in. And then second gear of this stretch, I'm going to take my right arm like I'm a little teacup. I'm going to kind of lean as far back as I can. I'm even going to get fancy. If I take my left arm, grab the arch of my foot, and then I lean over with my right. If I was really fancy, I could probably grab my right arm to my left foot here. I'm going to try to press that knee down. All right, so I'm getting a little bit of my lower back, my QLs, kind of leaning that torso in there and hold that stretch as long as you can. And you can either take the toe and then come over, or just keep that chest upright here. A little teacup. Just got a teacup.
Practicing for amazing.
Oh my God. A very cute experience for me last night, getting ready for a girl, is watching Tiffany switch sides, by the way. We're going to go to the right leg. We're going to tuck the left leg in nice and tight. We're going to drop that knee down. Nice lifted chest, square my chest to my right knee, flex my knee, and then lean forward. I was watching Tiffany watch The Little Mermaid with the boys. She knew like every line. I gotta admit, that movie holds pretty true. It's a pretty good movie.
Except for there's some lines that would not be like politically correct these days.
Yeah, there's a few lines in there.
Some words that are not like appropriate.
But for the most part, it was really,
for the most part,
really cute to see the.
You can tell it was made like 30 years ago.
Because I wasn't into The Little Mermaid growing up, obviously, and so seeing Tiffany be elated over it was pretty cute. And her mom used to know all the words.
Sebastian was the favorite.
Sebastian the lobster was her favorite. But it held up. I have to say, it's up there with like Toy Story.
Our boys actually really liked it, but it's funny to see how much the animation has changed.
Teacup stretch.
Too.
So my left arm is coming up, nice reach. What's that?
How much the animation has changed.
Oh yeah,
it's like wild. But our boys really liked it.
Because it's a musical.
Yeah.
Pre-kids, I despised musicals. I hated them. It's just, I couldn't sit through performances. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so impatient. Can we just get the song over with and get the scene done? And now with seeing the kids enjoy musicals and dance around,
yeah,
it's pretty fun. But me personally, I'd never go to like take Tiffany to a musical. It's not my jam. Unless it was like Elmo with the kids.
That was a fail.
All right, and then from here, we're gonna go through our straddle. So we're just gonna have our feet nice and wide. Again, we're gonna try to, I like to feel like a dancer and flex my quads, and then turn my toes out and then crawl forward. All right, if you have the edge or a lip of something that you can hold on to, that's great. Just try to think about and visually keeping your spine nice and long, not hunching forward from the upper back, although that might come pretty natural. And then just leaning forward. Belly button to the floor is the goal. Will we get there? Probably not.
Dancers don't flex their toes.
Dancers point their toes.
Right.
I still feel like a dancer when I do this stretch. So. I just think of like the girls like chatting on their elbows, like talking to each other, dancing. Like, I'm like, you kidding me?
Just because you train some girls who are dancers.
Crawl forward a little bit more, hit that second gear. So reach forward, keep flexing those knees straight. And then from there, we are finally going to close the legs. From here, we're going to go 90-90. So this stretch, all right, if you get it wrong, it's ineffective. If you get it right, it's really effective. I want very specifically 90 degrees on my left knee. So I'm not going to go inside 90. I'm not going to go outside 90. From my thigh to my shin is 90 degrees. I'm going to take the bone of my right ankle. I'm going to put it right on my knee. All right, and then I'm going to try to get this knee down closer to this ankle. Okay, so we call this 90-90 stretch. Now I'm doing this. My left leg is on bottom. My right leg is on top. I'm going to try to lean back on my right butt cheek and then lean forward a little bit. I should feel stretch in one or two places, either butt cheek here, and again, just kind of settle on and try to close that. All right, if this bottom leg is tucked in too close to your body, the stretch is going to feel too easy, probably. All right, sit up a little bit taller, set that spine nice and neutral, have a toddler come by and sit on your knee.
I was just gonna say, ow, Stace.
And some squeakiness going on there.
My cue.
10 more seconds. Yeah, sure. Just during the 90-90. Tiff hates this stretch. Hold on, gotta go.
You're
Kids
Betty
call.
crying, gotta go.
And she's like, "Mwah." All right, slowly come out of this stretch. Then we got to flip sides again. So again, setting this up properly is going to be most important. Take my right leg at 90 degrees from the thigh to the shin here. Take my left leg, take that ankle bone, put it on the knee. And then this is definitely my tighter side. Try to sit down. And I should have been giving you some outs. If this stretch is a no-go, then you can do a kind of your classic figure 4 stretch here. But so my apologies for those who are like, Nick, I can't follow, and the stretch is a little bit advanced. You can give me some feedback. Give me a frown face on Sugar Watch today. Decided to go with emojis, smiley face emojis. So if you like mobility, maybe give me a smiley face. If you were just like neutral, just give me like a Tiffany and Ashley, I'm thinking face, but we think you're mad face. Or a frown face if you're like, Nick, that was terrible. I'm never signing on Sundays again. Leaning forward a little more.
Who knows? This could be our last Sunday. We'll find out tomorrow.
I know. And then we're going to go classic style. So soles of our feet touching. Pull both feet into your hips. Give yourself a shoulder roll back and down. Lift your chest a little bit longer. And then drive those elbows into those knees. Pretend that we have weighted plates, 45-pound plate on both of our knees. I'm going to draw those knees to the floor. Lift that chest a little bit more, but keep drawing those knees down. Yes, so we shall see tomorrow what the governor says. And we will take it from there. We have no insider information.
People think we have insider
I know,
information.
like, what do you think?
We
I'm like,
wish we did.
whatever you see on Facebook is what we know. And if you do get a chance, though, send Patrick some love. Poor guy had his appendix out, emergency surgery during the thunderstorm or that tornado storm on Friday night.
So wild.
And if he's had a lot of weight on those shoulders, trying to make sure we all have a gym to come back to. He's doing a phenomenal job of it. And then having your appendix out probably doesn't help. All right, and then some nice stretches for those lower back. So we're just going to straighten out my left leg. Now there's two parts to this stretch. Everyone always defaults to the one that they like. So I'm going to cross my right leg over and in front. First part of my stretch, I'm going to wrap my left arm around my knee and give myself a big hug. So big hug first, stretching out just a different corner of my butt and my lower back. So I'm hugging my knee first, not going to that twist that everybody loves so much. Sit up a little bit taller, all right? Straighten out the bottom leg a little bit more. Can't breathe. Just kidding. Stretch. Relax that butt cheek a little bit more. And now we're going to take my left arm and put it on the outside of my right knee. I'm going to twist away. I'm going to stay nice and tall. I'm going to create a twist, maybe a pop in the spine a little bit. All right, again, pretend there's a string connected to the top of my head, holding me nice and tall, twisting and releasing that upper back, that lower back. As the years go on, our spine gets a little more stiff, less flexy and mobile and bendy. So we gotta keep applying the bend. And then we're gonna repeat these two on the other side. So we're gonna go right leg out straight, cross my left leg over and ideally above the knee. Take my right arm, big wrap around the knee and the shin. Using my left arm to support a little bit. Easy breathe.
Not much. Squishing my belly.
All right, feel this kind of a nice stretch for the higher glute and butt cheek a little bit. Tiffany says, breathe in heavy.
Kind of faking this one.
That's what I do when I coach all the time. All right, just kidding. And then take that right arm, place it on the outside of the right knee, get a little twist going on there. You can create as much length as you can. Sit up nice and tall. A little bit more. Hear the birds chirping here, people. All right, slowly come up out of this. Now I'm going to recommend, if you have a dumbbell or a wall space, this would be ideal. Just a calf stretch. We're just going to do a simple calf stretch. So we conveniently enough have these uprights, but if you have a wall, use that. If not, you can use a dumbbell. I grab the 55. So if you don't have a dumbbell, then we'll do it like a standing in place stretch here. But if you do have a wall, this is ideal. If you have a dumbbell, this is ideal. But no matter what version of the stretch you're going to do, I'll show the dumbbell. Tiffany can show the wall maybe. All right, 2 ways to stretch our calf. We're just going to hit them both. So first, my knee is straight. So I have my left leg on the edge of the dumbbell or on the handle here. All right, and then hopefully I have something like a 12, 15 or heavier. And then I'm just going to try to lean forward more, but keep my knee totally straight. Try to take this hip, push it towards, well, forward, wherever forward is relative to you. I can even stand up nice and tall. Let that heel drop nice and low. All right, and you can kind of just turn your hips a little bit, get some different angles out of those calves. Those little baby cows. Just kidding. And then the second way to stretch is bend your knee. So when you unglue your knee, we hit a different part of the calf stretch here. And again, you can kind of settle in, swivel that knee left or right, bend the knee. Depending on where if you don't feel this knee bent stretch more, it's kind of hard to cue. Sometimes people may not understand it. Then just go back to straight leg if you felt that one more. But if you can soften your knee up and then kind of lean to the left or right, it's almost like the same type of stretch you'd feel at the bottom of a mobility squat when that knee is bent a little bit. See, my knee's not bent a ton, but just a little bit there. And just leaning forward. Getting that heel to glue down, releasing that ankle. This is our kangaroo spring of the body right here. Gonna keep those feet happy and healthy. And then switch to the other side. Okay, so first I'm gonna go straight-legged. I'm gonna lean forward, pretend I have a wall. Miming it. All right, so I feel both stretches, but I definitely feel the knee being straight a little more effectively. Tiffany's making that leg in front, that nice straight knee. If you're using a wall, make sure the ball of your foot's really high in that wall. A lot of times they look down and people are just stretching their big toe. Good stretch, but not really getting there, the whole calf stretch going on there. And then unglue that knee. This is the last stretch of the day for anyone who's bared with me. All right, soften that knee. Again, if you don't feel this knee soften and that stretch get in there, then just go back to straight-legged.
I like seeing progress in Stacy's house.
Yeah. No progress in my construction projects.
It's not true. Our boys have a tub.
It's true. Didn't have anything to do with that. You should see our upstairs living room. I think Tiffany took a photo. It's like a 3-year-old's birthday party exploded upstairs.
Like a 3-year-old's birthday party.
And with that being said, we are good to go. Hopefully 32 minutes of mobility, maybe 31. We're feeling good. Awesome job. Ashley says cheers to the coffee. I think she was sipping the coffee during the calf stretch, or if she even did. John, awesome job joining us. I'm going to unmute all. If you got a boogie, give me a wave. If not, what's going on?
I was drinking my coffee the whole time.
Me too.
I wasn't sure. I saw somebody get up. I'm like, did she just give up on her calf stretch? And she's just looking at the window, drinking her coffee. Natural switch.
When I was trying to log in, like the picture was popping up, but there was no sound. So I was like, if I
had the same problem
3 more times, it'll work.
Really?
Yeah, I saw both of you log in and off.
Yeah, I was on an iPad too. I don't know. It was weird.
Oh, is it because the Zoom update is happening?
Maybe.
Oh, maybe.
I know.
Yeah, mine wouldn't even let me on the other day. I had to update before I could get on.
Yeah, you should all do updates to your Zoom accounts.
That's a great.
It's just like a, an upgrade progression. But I remember them saying that there would be like glitches starting to happen. Yeah, we updated ours. I think this.
Yeah, I
week,
updated
right?
mine, and I
we were
didn't know how to
worried
run
about that.
class. I'm like, where's the mute all button?
Yeah.
And now mine always opens now as a little tiny window. Like no matter what I do, I resize it.
You have
It
to, like,
always now opens as an. I'm like, would you stop doing that?
Yeah.
It was like
Trying to
set
zoom-
up so well. All I had to do was hit the button every morning, and that was it. And now it's like
Mhm.
resize.
Yeah,
I know sometimes the updates are like frustrating.
I just can't
Like, I
stand
like
it.
the old way.
I can't stand the 2-click. It's like yes to use your internet, yes to use your other things, your
Oh, yeah.
audio. I'm like, yeah, every time I gotta hear people.
Yeah.
I know. I wish you could like preset those so that it would just like know your settings on your account. Stace, let's see your
Thanks, guys.
tour.
Ashley, have a great day.
Thank you.
Enjoy
Bye,
the rest of
Ash.
that coffee.
This is the that's the missing
Thanks,
wall
Nick.
right there.
John, awesome job joining us, buddy.
Nice.
Come back next Sunday.
I sure will. Thank you.
Tip, Anthony. See you guys.
Did you paint, Stace, or are those the colors before? I can't hear you.
Sorry, the entryway right there is like blue color
Yeah.
through there, and then this is all gray.
I like it.
Love
Yeah,
it.
it looks nice and clean and open.
Yeah, so this is the wall Harl took down right here.
Yeah,
Ooh, look at that.
that's awesome. So how are you going to set up the space like when you're finished with
So
it?
where I am right now, so put the couch along behind me.
Yep.
And then the TV is gonna get moved to the middle of the wall here, like and the fireplace.
Hang on, when you turn your phone away, I can't hear you talk.
The
The microphone-
TV, sorry, the TV is gonna go between that window and the fireplace on that
Okay.
blank, like where the old wall connected
Yeah,
before.
yep. Yeah, right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Peter, what are you
So
cleaning
kind
up,
of in the
buddy?
middle of the rooms, yeah.
You
So
cleaning?
we'll
something?
have like a desk area in the front corner of the house.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
then like living area here and like a little reading nook, that kind of thing. So
awesome. Yeah, very cool.
hopefully adult space where there's no kids stuff taking everything over.
Yeah, because you have the
We'll
kids
see.
room off on the other side, right?
Yeah, but it's full, so gotta go through that.
I know.
Lana's trying to show you her puppy.
Oh, so cool, Lana.
You say, yeah.
Oh, hi, Lana. Oh, little fuzzy wuzzy.
Maddie had so much fun. He was like talking about seeing
Oh
all
my
his
gosh.
friends.
That was so cute. He seemed so happy, so that's good.
Yeah.
They
It's
talked
the
about
little
it.
things. See, all you need to do forever now is just have a parade and
Right?
forget the party. 20 minutes, it's done.
I know, right?
Omelet's hair,
Look-
Peter.
That's
Oh
just
my-
from running my fingers through the carpet.
Oh my gosh.
Do you vacuum, Pete?
Yeah, I do, but I do this. I do this too, so that like it doesn't clog the
embedded.
vacuum.
Oh yeah, true.
So I
Yeah.
get like some of it up with my hands when I'm stretching and stuff, and I do this literally like a couple times a day, and then I vacuum all the time, but it's wild.
Wow, that's
Is
a lot of
Emmett
hair.
like
Yeah,
that?
Emmett's we have tons of hair too. So
Yeah. It's that longer fur, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, because it demotivated me. They want a long
Yep.
haired dog.
That's why we're living on.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to vacuum.
What are you gonna do for flooring in there, Stace?
We're doing hardwood.
Yeah.
Yeah. We haven't decided exactly. We're having Kelsey's fiance Dawn's coming in,
Yeah.
and he's gonna help us decide on what's gonna be best. Because I'm just more concerned about the dogs. I don't want the dog to. I know I said dogs. I don't know why. Dog like scratches on because the wood's soft. So I just want to make sure we get something that's gonna be able
Durable.
to sustain. Yeah.
Yeah.
And kids dropping stuff and.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like you spend all this money on like a beautiful floor. You're gonna be like, ah,
Chairs
anytime.
without felt
Yeah.
bottoms, and kids just dragging them
Oh.
across the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jesse.
But we
Bye,
had
Jesse.
looked
Bye,
at
Pete.
doing like the flooring from Home Depot, the like what's it called?
Cortex, the
like just sustains anything.
Yeah.
And we keep hearing mixed reviews about it. So we're like,
Yeah.
"Ugh, do we want to just do hardwood that we can refinish down the road?
Exactly. Yeah.
Or do we want to have to replace floors again?"
Right.
So,
Yeah. We had so we did Cortex in our old house on West Street, and that's like has like a cork underlaying, so it was like softer, but it's like a waterproof, like scratch proof top. And we loved that. It like you can choose all the different like wood grains and stuff like that, but it's still a different look than hardwood.
Yeah.
Like I would agree with that. Like hardwood still looks.
What we liked about it is it
nicer.
actually felt a little almost.
It was
cushiony.
like
It was
soft. Yeah.
It had a give to it.
Right.
Yeah,
And we
a
knew
little.
that house was going to be a rental house. So like moving forward, hey, Harl, moving forward, we knew
Hey,
that
buddy.
we needed something that would like have a lot of durability. So for like durability, that was awesome. Like I'm going to put that in our bathrooms instead of tile. Like I'm going to put that because I think it's going to hold up better.
Where did you get that?
Adam's Tool and Nail in Leominster.
Yeah,
they were phenomenal for
they're really
flooring.
good to work
Really
with,
good.
and like customer service and
Really
follow
good
through.
customer service.
Two of my friends have said to go look there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we got really good reviews. I think Chris Paquette might have even sent us
Yeah,
there.
yeah. First,
But
he
then we
like
got,
knows his stuff.
I mean, honestly, like the whole time, like they just had really great customer service. They have tons of options for hardwood or any other kind of
Cortex,
flooring.
I think this stuff is called.
Yeah.
Or what's that super dense flooring that like it looks like hardwood? Remember we bought a washing machine, but it's supposed to be like indestructible.
Yeah, I think that's what. From like Home Depot, and I can't. It's like life proof flooring. Is that it? Life proof.
I don't know.
That's what it's called at Home Depot.
Yeah, Life Proof is like a brand, but they make all different types of.
Oh.
Because like our carpet is Life Proof flooring.
Oh, okay.
What did Harl say? Do you know what I'm talking about, Harl?
Cortex, I think.
No, that's what they have.
There was
That's one of them.
There was we bought a used washer and dryer off somebody in Berlin, and
I
like
didn't go past
they
that
like
with you.
and they're like no, it's fine, just drag the washer across this what looked like hardwood floor. They're like, this stuff's indestructible. It's like, I forget what it is. I don't know if it's almost like a tile. I mean, it looks exactly like a hardwood, but it's like bullet, like you will never scratch it, never scuff it. I don't know what it is. I know it's like a common house building thing, but I'm sure you have to pay top dollar for it.
Yeah.
But
They're like, here, let's scratch. Let's see what we can do with this.
Literally,
washing
it was like the
machine.
metal legs of the washing machine, and they're like, no, it's fine, just drag it. Like you won't. It's like
My hardwood floor scratches so easily.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Not in good shape, anyways. Like we're gonna have to refinish it someday.
Yeah.
But yeah, it shows like everything, and it's lighter too. And
That's what I don't want to. I don't want to get a brand new floor and then like 3 weeks later be like, oh, look at there's a scratch here and here already.
it would drive you crazy.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. So
Yeah, well, Don's
Heebie-jeebies.
so hardy. He would know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
He'll have good recommendations.
yeah, I'm very excited to have him come. So
Yeah. You know, another I just like Sarah Phillips. Her husband
Yeah.
owns a flooring company.
yeah.
They would be another good resource.
he does with like high end stuff. You know who Nick Phillips?
He's probably really pricey though.
Yeah.
We
He puts,
one of
like-
Carl's
that's
really well. Britt's husband actually uses Sarah's husband for floors.
Oh, and
Oh.
his
All
building.
of his high end houses.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he does like
So
crazy stuff. Yeah.
yeah. But we're not quite there yet. I don't think.
I agree.
That's like saying you're gonna
down the road when
Yeah.
we're millionaires.
Dawn did work at her parents' house, my parents' house, and Thea's house, and we think he did a great job. So
Yeah.
Who is that?
Dawn.
On.
Oh,
Done. Yeah.
yeah. He seems like he like whatever he does, he mints out. And I'm sure you've been around construction your whole life, so it's like what's a good job.
Yeah.
And what's a half-ass job.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's good. He's a good guy.
All right, guys. Well,
Guys,
have a good rest of your birthday weekend.
Thanks. We're gonna be cleaning up from it all day.
Yeah. Sounds
Good.
about
All
right.
kinds of
Yep.
candy out there right now.
No, we finally put that away because they were like insane about it. And then they were we just got new carpet and they were trying to take the lollipops. Like, no lollipops on the new carpet.
Actually,
Oh,
you know what was the handiest thing was those the bracelet
bracelet.
candies. I ended
Candy bracelets.
I ended up popping those on my wrist all day, and I'm like, I'll have a little snack.
I love it.
They're pretty clean too.
Daddy
Yeah.
approved.
Yeah, like that one.
I love it.
Bye, guys.
Say bye. Say bye. We'll see you
Bye, bye,
later. Bye.